So I went and talked to a counselor at Weber State. Hey, I think maybe I should go to Ogden-Weber Tech to, kind of get my foot in the door. And she said, yeah, that's a really great idea, if you can get your foot in the door and start making some money while you're going to school, that would be really awesome. And I said, okay. I think the biggest thing for me was when I was going to university, my anxiety was through the roof, and my grades suffered because of that, not necessarily because I was lazy or anything, but because I was so anxious about, getting assignments turned in on, due dates and, all the different work you have to do outside of school. And going over to Ogden-Weber Tech, it was like night and day. I was able to actually, when I'm at school, work on my schoolwork instead of sitting in a lecture. I could work at my own pace, which initially I was thinking, well, that means I can go slower, but it ended up, because I was motivated enough, I was able to go way faster than I was expecting to. I think going with a tech school is seriously underrated. I plan to continue my education and finish out my bachelor's, but I think a technical college, Ogden-Weber Tech, was essential in getting me to a place where I am able to do that. I think for finishing school, you really need to just put your head down and plow through it, because before you know it, you can be finished and you don't have to be in school anymore, and you don't have to be working, and you get a lot of free time, and you can start making way more money than you had previous to finishing the program. I really put my head down. I did stuff out of class. If I had time at home or something, I'd try to do some assignments in class. Or at my other job, when we'd be slow, I'd pull my laptop out, which, probably most jobs wouldn't let you do that, but stay focused and get everything done. For me, Nate and David both were up there. Nate was in the classroom most of the time that I was there, and anytime I'd have a question, I'd go and talk to him, and sometimes we'd end up talking about random other stuff that made me enjoy being there more, even if I was a little bit distracted. But he was really good at answering my questions, especially as I advanced through the program. And then David Everton as well. He had a big impact on me, just because, if I had questions about, where are people hiring, what kind of job can you get, and how much can you make doing those jobs, and he was always able there to answer questions like that for me. I think one of the biggest things is just practice interviews and people willing to sit down and look at your resume and tell you what you can fix about it and what's good about it. And one person in particular, I don't quite remember her name. She was up in the Career Center, and she would actually send me emails when I was looking for a job. She'd get an email from places around the community that are hiring, and she'd send it to me and be like, hey, you should apply for this. And that's actually how I got this job. Was she sent me an email saying, hey, these guys are looking for somebody to hire, and I thought of you, so check it out. And originally it said it was like a swing shift job, and I was like, I don't know about that. I put it off for a couple days and then realized, well, I should probably just apply for everything, and I did, and here we are, and it's not a swing shift job, so it's all fine. But yeah. I think number one for me would probably be the move at your own pace environment. I think that was huge for me, because I was able to get something done a lot quicker than I would have if I had attended a university for the same classes, because they do have a few courses that are almost identical to what they have at Weber State. But instead of spreading that out over 4 months, I could, sit and focus on that and get it done in, 2 weeks or a month or something. And I think number 2 for me was probably the schedule. The fact that I was able to work my schedule around what I needed to be working, and vice versa. I did the same with work. I could adjust my work schedule as well, and so it worked out really well so that I could be attending school full-time and and going to work almost full-time. So. I think if there was a chance to go back and do it again, or if I, could go back and decide, do I want to go attend university or do I want to go to Ogden-Weber Tech, I would definitely choose Ogden-Weber Tech again, just because, it's helped me in so many ways. I was able to get my career started a lot sooner. My instructors were all really, really helpful to me. Anytime I needed anything, they'd jump up and come over and sit down and help me work out a problem. They wouldn't leave until I'd understood or told them specifically to go away. So, yeah.
Let's get this going, kind of thing.